So The Flash, 760, Joshua Williamson writing with Christian Doucet and Scott Collins on the art. Again, the art is separated by which we now know is the starting line, is where Max Mercury and Jesse Quick are, along with Barry, of course, right now at the start of this issue.
Everything, Pete, I don't know if I'm just over-exaggerating. All the BS that we went through, I feel Williamson is paying off in this arc, because here's another issue that I really loved, because it hits on all the beats of the Flash that I love, including Jesse Quick and Max Mercury and Jay Garrick and another character that shows up, but we'll get to him.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd necessarily say it makes it all worth it per se, but I can't deny that I'm not super into this stuff. I mean, I popped for Jay's appearance. It has the big cliffhanger last issue where Jay popped up at the end was...
It's fantastic.
And the art in here is really good. A little inside baseball here for people is that I read this issue right after Action Comics, so the art looked especially good.
Even I've seen people say that they're not a big fan of Scott Collins. It's just it comes down to taste. But I think even if you gave them Action and then this, they'd be like, "Oh my god, Scott Collins is amazing."
I know. That's it though. I do think the Deuce stuff is the better of the two. I think that 2-page layout early on with Jay and Evil Barry or Thornberry, whatever you want to call him, is pretty great. The issue boils down to the villains assembling at Nora Allen's grave. I think it's interesting how Thorn just openly talks about Barry Allen. Like, do all these villains know who he is now? Do they care? Like, what's...
Yeah.
But they kind of get taken out. The Flash family show up to stop whatever's going on here. Trickster kind of betrays Thawne, and Thawne sends him back to his own timeline. And then I assume I assume you got something out of the Bart kind of talking down his evil father.
Yeah, that was nice. Is that something happens to the Tornado Twins, and that's why Iris raises him, and he has to be raised in virtual reality. So the fact that he was kind of like, "Hey, Dad, none of this is your fault, and it's okay." I do like that. It shows his forgiveness, and that goes a long way.
Yeah,
with Bart Allen. So I like that a lot.
Yeah, and they fade away. It's all very good stuff. Inside the starting line, though, Thaddeus shows up. He's in there too.
His evil twin brother.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen Inertia since Rogue's Revenge, where the Rogues decide to kill Inertia because he is responsible for the death of Bart Allen, and that the Rogues don't kill. And oh man, so seeing him pop up as an agent of Thawne in the starting line, I was like, okay, Williamson, this is his, he's going all out now.
Well, we've been waiting so long for these Flash family sort of pages of them all stand together. Yep. Barry basically is able to think his way out, and he brings Max and Jesse with him. So we get that top half of that page where now I did laugh here a little bit though, and this is the TV show's fault because the page is fantastic, right? The page is fantastic. You got Jay, Barry, Avery, Wallace. I mean, you got Jesse, Max, and Bart. The only person missing is Wally, of course, for annoying reasons. Yeah, but Barry's line on this page, he's like, "This is the mistake you've always made, Thawne, is we're the Flash," and that's really funny because the TV show had a whole thing for a season where Iris and Barry kept saying we're the Flash. It's not just Barry; it's a marriage thing. We are the Flash. And then it didn't pay it off in the episode where the powers get swapped and she had the powers. Like, there was such an obvious joke to do there where he's like, "We're the Flash, though, right?" And she's like, "Nah, sucker, I've got the powers.
I'm the Flash.
I'm the Flash.
Yeah, I'm the Flash."
But they never did.
Yeah, but no, seeing them all there, and it's not just it's the additions of Wallace and Avery too. Really, it's Wally and his family the only thing that are missing, and that hurts. It's just a teensy bit, Yeah.
I mean, Williamson,
but they're all there.
Williamson was teasing on Twitter this week that Wally stuff is happening, at least in Death Metal, if not more beyond.
Well, the fact that he's one of the key storytellers in Death Metal, and the fact that he was sharing out what looked like panels from his Flash when he told that part of the story, because that wasn't from Rebirth, the one shot. It was the other take of it.
Yeah.
That this is what it's been building to. So hopefully something, he knows something. But yeah.
He's got something. But then Thawne, even the playing field, runs off and collects his Legion of Zoom, which is, all the Flash villains, basically.
Yeah.
All of them.
So, man, we got a bunch of them in here.
I can name a decent amount of these characters. I don't know if I can name all of them.
No, you got Twister, you got who's the sniper guy over there? He's in the back. Ragdoll.
Ragdoll, Tarpet, what else we got in there?
They mostly seem familiar.
Yeah.
A
whole host of them. Obviously the obvious ones that we don't feel the need to point out. Who's the big red at the back?
The red at the back, that's Bloodwork. That was Williamson's own creation.
Oh, right. I mean, I remember Bloodwork. I just don't remember him specifically looking like that. But fair enough.
Yeah. He was a big blood monster. What I like too is that Razor's there, and I always bring up that the first comic I ever bought as a kid was an issue of the Flash, and I always forget what number. I want to say it's 68, where it was Wally versus Razor, and Razor's right there, standing behind Abracadabra and the Turtle. So that was real cool to see him pop up right there.
No, I mean, you get the sense that Williamson loves Flash history and Flash mythology, and he's trying to incorporate everything he can. And they're letting them go nuts here for his last arc, which is great. It's a shame that obviously Wally's kind of left out, at least for now. Maybe he'll pull him into it by the end. Maybe he'll be the key. Yeah. He'll be the final piece of the puzzle.
He is the finish line.
Yeah. We have, 2 more issues left?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because this was part 3.
2.
So, this is 2? So then, part 4 would make more sense. But it's really good. It's, again, I feel like the stuff that I trudged through and then I quit and then I came back. So yeah, maybe you're right. Paradox in year 1, whatever. Maybe it wasn't that good. But however, this makes me feel great as a Flash fan. So
year 1 was frustrating though because it was kind of rocky for a while, and we were hoping year 1 would bring it back round, and it ended up being worse than everything that had happened before. So that was a really awkward thing. But hey. This was a solid enough issue. It didn't have. I think the cliffhanger from last issue was more of a surprise and therefore more exciting. Whereas the cliffhanger of this one, you could see it coming. You could see all this stuff at the end coming a mile away. It was kind of your typical setup to the big fight issue. But it was a solid edition of it. So, it's the sort of thing where I think if you're rating this in a purely objective way, it's probably like a 6 or something like that, because it's just kind of a serviceable. Does the beats that it's supposed to do. But I think the love of the characters and the art being quite good kind of raises up a bit above that. So what are you rating them at?
I'm going to give this a 7.5. But I'm also a hack that loves the Flash, so I can't help it.
I'm going to go with the straight 7, I think. But good. This is a really good 7, because everything it's doing is exciting and playing to our sensibilities. So, happy days. There you go. That's the Flash.